Excellent. Okay, good, great. So, I'm going to pause these retreats just for a day, and then, unfortunately or fortunately for those in Nollamara, going there for this afternoon for a Friday night talk. First time I've been back there for quite a while now, almost 3 months. So there I can make sure everything's okay there and get ready for our Katina ceremony, which is happening on Sunday, the big day of the year. And expect many people here. And a lot of times, as I think anybody knows in leadership, that what one needs to do is to create that sense of trust and confidence so everything can go nice and smoothly tomorrow. And not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. But I know that many times, without that confidence which people have, encouragement, it will work out. And it never works out according to plan. That's what I always notice. Things always go wrong. And when they go wrong, that's what I really love the best. It makes it more interesting. I've been doing this job for so long. If something never went wrong, I get bored. Something else to talk about. You know, it was last year that it was a very hot little period. And the year before last, close enough. And there was a bushfire emergency. And the bushfire emergency, I was told the night before that we'd probably have to evacuate the day before the Katina. And then, we did some chanting. That's what I was tend to do some chanting. But people have confidence in the chanting now. Thank goodness. But anyway, in the morning time, they said it got more serious, and so they wanted to close Kingsbury Drive. No cars were allowed to come up the hill. So what do? Chanting. And then I called up the fire officers and said, let us just open Kingsbury Drive just up to Monastery so we can do the Katina. It's pretty safe that far. And, you know, I've been living here for such a long time and I knew what I was talking about. So, okay. You know what they did? They opened Kingsbury Drive as far as Bodhinyana Monastery, not Jhana Grove. And I said, you've opened it at the wrong place. We're trying to get over there, and now you go over there. And I loved that. That was really good fun. But eventually they opened it up to Jhana Grove so everybody could come. We had a wonderful day. No fires. Because I kind of know the area and I know it's safe. Everybody was okay. We had a wonderful retreat. Those are the sorts of things which I love when something goes slightly wrong. When it goes slightly wrong, it makes it human. And it makes it that this monastery, like every other thing which I've touched, it never goes smoothly. It goes wonderfully. In other words, it always tests us to make sure that, you know, we can adapt. We can make sure we have some fun when we're doing these ceremonies. We also know that everyone will be safe. In all these years, we've had Katinas here. About 30 years? 40 years? I think about 40 years. Never had any accidents here. Never had anybody dying. Never had anybody regretting it. Actually, sometimes some people did get sick at one of the Katinas. Me, headache, that's died. Other than that, a lot of good energy means a lot of happiness. It's not that organized, but it works. And that's what I really like. So that's why I'm going there tonight and tomorrow morning to kind of get it all ready in town. And so here, this will be my last event on this retreat. here. But don't worry, there's another retreat next week. I always do a retreat somewhere. So it always goes on. It's only a temporary pause. But what I do on this session is just a loving kindness, really strong, and to see if we can use all that peace and happiness which we've developed, I hope, we have, to be able to develop these beautiful, happy states of mind as a meditation. And then it probably lasts about half an hour. Is that okay, Eileen? How much do you want for the photographs and any offerings? Half an hour? Okay, that's easy then. But remember, I mean this, the offerings are not that important. The photographs are not that important. You can always these days do, what's it called, Photoshop? You can add me in there somewhere. But anyhow, we'll probably have plenty of time. But let's start with doing the loving kindness meditation. So please, if you haven't been, if you've just been sitting a long time here and you're a bit stiff, just, please take off your leg and just work it around a bit. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could just screw off your leg and screw off this leg and screw off this arm, shake it about and just put it back on again so it feels good. Unfortunately, our body doesn't really much allow that. But nevertheless, see if you can sit down on the chair, on the cushion, as happy as you can, as comfortable as you can. There'll be 5 minutes of just relaxing the body. And after you relax the body, then I will turn into the loving kindness meditation. Many of you have heard me say that before, the loving kindness. So I think most of you understand how we do this. And even if you don't, just follow along. It's very easy, and I guide it all the way through. So first of all, if you want to close your eyes, that's good. One of the reasons we close our eyes when we start meditating, especially when there's other people around, is because when no one's looking, you can scratch this or put a finger in your ear, whatever is needed, in order to get comfortable. No one is judging you. When no one judges you, that's when you can really relax. You just be. Just let the body do what it does best of all, which is learn how to be at peace. And at the beginning of these meditations, if, like I notice that my butt is not properly situated on top of my cushion, then I move, just slightly, final adjustments. When you do those final adjustments with your eyes closed, you're more sensitive. You can feel your body with much more accuracy. And as you're aware of your body with more accuracy, I often ask the parts of my body, but how do you feel? It's still not happy, so I'm going to adjust a bit more. That's better. Sometimes that's a beautiful trick of how to be mindful. To ask. And I ask all parts of my body, how are you? Feet, how are you? And I know that if I don't care for the different parts of my body, they will cause me tension, tightness, pain. I can feel my feet. And I go up from my feet to my legs. I just ask each leg, left leg, right leg, how are you? Is there anything I can do for you to make you more peaceful, more happy? But you still okay? Yeah, thank you. Sometimes people say, Ajahn Brahm, what type of meditation are you doing? It's kindness. If you can't be kind to your own body, how can you develop that loving kindness to all beings? Start with my body. Just notice my lower legs and butt. They're really relaxed. Look at my back next. Sometimes I just need to just stretch that back. Maybe just once. And it finds the best posture, which my back, very smart, has done. And I ask the shoulders, how are you? And the shoulders, I can feel them. They're usually very tight. Today they're reasonably loose, but I'm going to loosen them some more. I imagine all the muscles expanding. Nothing is being held tight. It's always being let loose, relaxing to the max. I imagine my shoulders have relaxed. But sometimes imagination is hardly different from the real thing. And once you imagine and maintain that imaginary relaxation, it does become real relaxation. I can feel the muscles in my arms loosening, and around my elbows, just loosening. And everything in my arms as if they're not being held tight anymore. All the screws are being loosened. All the tendons are being slackened off. Nothing is being held tight. Eventually I get to my wrists. See how loose they can be. And my palms of my hands and my fingers. I thought my fingers were relaxed, but today they're not. So I'm going to change their position. It feels so much more relaxed. For me anyway, I'm just describing honestly how I feel. Once my hands are content, I also notice I missed out my neck. It's tight. I'll loosen it. My hands are relaxed, back is relaxed, minimal aches or pains. You can't get totally yet, but minimal. And then I go to my head. One of the things I do with my head is move it from left to right, twist it a bit, until I find the optimum position for my head. These days I've been practicing with my head slightly turned upwards, not looking at the floor, but looking slightly up. I find it more comfortable. I don't know why, but that's how it feels good. And then I'm aware of my facial muscles, especially around the eyes and the mouth and the nose. Sometimes those muscles, you can notice that they're scrunched up, they're tight. There's no reason why. It's just when we close our eyes, we over-close them. We go too far with our scrunching up. So I loosen those muscles. I've still got my eyes closed. They're not closed tightly. As loose as can possibly be. Same around the mouth and around the nose. Everything is closed, but softly. And those muscles around the eyes, the mouth and the nose are getting more and more at peace. This is the part of your head which you can notice so easily, the muscles in the face. When they're relaxed, then I love to play and just put a little smile on my face. As soon as I put that smile on my face, the relaxation goes deeper. I realize this is fun, this is joy. I'm sitting here, whole body relaxed, enjoying this moment. Just had a little itch on my nose, it's now gone. And I pause there. Stay with a relaxed body for a minute or two. I usually pay attention to my bodily feelings first. Otherwise, if I miss one, then sometimes it gets a disturbance with pain. Once my body is relaxed, once it feels good, I like this. It's pleasant and relaxing. I'm not holding my body still, I'm letting it be still. There's no need to move it. And some of the feelings in my body, in my legs right now, some of those feelings are really pleasant. Parts are relaxing very deeply. When my body feels at ease, then I turn my attention to the loving kindness generator. I usually choose a little animal, because I like animals. I usually choose a little kitten. You can choose a puppy or a grown-up dog, a baby. When one lady told me that she didn't have that connection with pets or little animals, and she used a pot plant which she had on her veranda in Sydney. She gave that little pot plant so much love and affection. She cared for it. So we start off imagining a little being or a pot plant or something which needs our individual, special kindness. I usually use my little abandoned, homeless kitten. I like cats, and also it's easy to imagine how hard it is for a little kitten to survive. I imagine I'm walking down a road one afternoon and I can hear a sound. Kind of surprises me. It's a run-down district of the town. I never expected to hear anything like that here. And I listen very carefully. And whatever sound it is something which is appealing for help. Not in human words, but in a way it's kind of moaning. And it grabs my attention. I realize this is some animal in great distress. I don't know what it is. I'm probably going to be late for the next appointment. But this animal needs me. That's how I feel. So I go close, I'm drawn to it. And as I go closer to these, I say they're desperate moans from this animal. It does sound like a feline, a little cat. And sometimes I know how tough it is in cities to find food and shelter, and how animals sometimes have to fight each other. As I go closer, in a dark corner of an old building, see these two eyes kind of looking at me. And these are the eyes of this terrified little kitten. If you prefer, you get more, not prefer, but you find it's easier to generate loving kindness and care with a little puppy, or even a baby, or even, as I said, a flower, another little animal, a rabbit. I remember finding rabbits here and caring for them. They let us, because they're desperate. So when I use the word kitten, please, you can transfer that name to any animal you really care for. It's just you and that little animal, no one else. You know that if you don't help them, they will probably die. Die a lonely, hungry, painful death. I can't resist it. You have to go closer. As I go closer, I see those two little kitten eyes draw back from me. They're scared. Every time in the past, they have tried to trust someone, to maybe get some food, some drink, to heal its wounds. They've just been fought and attacked and bitten again. And I linger on those thoughts, how tough this world can be when you don't have somebody to look after you and protect you. I really feel that. It allows me to put my hand out towards it. Just a bare hand, no glove. As I stretch my hand towards that little being, I start doing my loving kindness chants. Whatever living beings there are, I'm there to help one another. I care for you. I'm big. I have resources. I'm a senior Buddhist monk. I can gather some milk or some fish or medicines if you need it. I can find a little place in my home for you. But as I start chanting silently, I find it more powerful to not actually voice the words of the Metta Sutta, but to think them, to allow them to become mind chanted. I think it's more powerful, for me anyway. And I, inside, chant or verbalize those messages of loving kindness. Add to them, change them. I really care. And then, when you care about something like a little animal, a wonderful thing happens. The animal puts their face out of that little corner where they're hiding. I take that to be trust. They're beginning to trust me, mostly because they have to. If not, they will die. Just the head comes out slightly. And as I see it, like even on its head, I can see the scratch marks, the bite marks. It is a little kitten. And that kitten has obviously got no one to protect them. And I feel those tender thoughts of loving kindness and caring start to arise in me. And as those emotions of loving kindness start to grow in me, I never resist it. I don't matter just what it costs me. That little animal needs it. Needs some kindness, some food, some safety, some protection. And let this little kitten push its head out even further and see its body kind of emaciated. It must be so hungry. It doesn't know why. Not sure what happened to its mother. It's trying to fend for itself unsuccessfully. So I put my hand out even further. I make sure my hand moves so slowly. I know any jump, and that poor little animal will get so scared. It will just slink into the hole further than anyone can ever reach. It comes out and lets me touch it. And touch it, I can see how dirty its skin is, or its fur. That's one of the amazing things about cats. They always keep their fur so clean. This one is dirty. Poor little cat, little kitten, hasn't had a chance in life yet. So I touch it, I don't care if what I'm touching is scabs of blood, dirt. Little kitten, I'm not here to hurt you or to judge you. I'm here to heal and be kind, and protect and nurture. So I touch that little kitten as softly as I've ever done before. And as I touch it, I pick it up so slowly. And as I'm developing these feelings of loving kindness, by these thoughts onto this visual object, knowing what it must be like, a cat, little kitten, who's so hungry, every time it's tried to get a little bit to eat, a friend to protect it, it's always been hurt, bitten, chased away. I won't do that. And if I make a promise like that, my goodness, I have to keep it. And then I pick it up gently and bring it towards me. And it's watching me all the time. It doesn't totally trust yet. And when I hold it against my chest, so I can feel my robe, which was washed this afternoon. I don't care if it gets dirty. Kindness is so important. And so as I pick it up and move it towards me, it lets me. Little being, the door of my heart is really fully open to you. And as I hold it against my chest, I don't know why I put it there, but that's a usual place. I don't hold it too tightly. I don't know what bruise or wound or even broken bone there may be somewhere. I hold it so softly. And it doesn't complain. It lets me cuddle it. And this little being, feeling safe, starts to fall asleep. Probably the first time it's felt safe enough to rest. And as I'm cradling it in my arms, I just make up the words. Dear little being, thank you for allowing me the joy, the privilege, and I mean this, of caring for you, of making sure that you will have enough food, enough drink, enough milk, or even cream. I don't mind, I'll find something somewhere for you. Enough medicine in case there's any diseases, any sort of help you need. And to watch you grow. I will protect you. The monastery and the other monks, nuns, the lay community, we'll all do our best to be kind to you, to see you grow and play. It's a wonderful thing when you see some of the wild animals here in Bodhinyana Monastery or Jhana Grove who are not afraid of you. Just on my retreats, an echidna came to see me. They're quite rare. And I'm so honoured. Beautiful animal. Now, going back to my little kitten, I care for you, and I will always look after you. This little kitten falls fast asleep, and it knows that when it wakes up, whatever it needs, some milk, some fish, or whatever I can find, I will look after you and care for you, and watch you grow. Watch you become a proper cat, grown up, safe. But I ask you, when you do grow up to be a fully mature cat, please look after all the other cats. Don't ever think you're better or worse or the same. We used to have 2 cats here years ago. Sometimes they used to fight. We tell them off, but at night time you see them cuddled up together because they kept each other warm. It's nice to be able to see that. And then once you can feel that loving kindness, what's it like? You start spreading it to something else. As I was just talking about this, I could hear the sound of some birds outside. Little birds. You know, sometimes on our alms rounds over in Bodhinyana Monastery, there's so many birds come, and so many of those birds, sometimes they're hoping that someone will drop some food, some rice, so they can have a nice snack. And sometimes I try and tell the kids, when it's kids giving alms food, don't just give alms food to the fat monks. Please give alms food to a little bird on the ground. Drop something. And the little birds eat it. Nothing is ever wasted. And those little birds, they've got no fear of coming on alms round with the monks. And when I give the loving kindness to my little cat, I sometimes pause. How do I feel? And how does the little cat must feel? How I feel, I get a lot of joy and happiness. I want to do more of this. When I start that loving kindness, I can feel a sensation in my chest. That's kind of, the heart, the center of loving kindness for me. Sometimes I can feel this energy flowing through my chest, through the skin, through the bones, going out This little being which I'm cuddling, cradling, is fast asleep. Just convincing it it's totally safe, totally at ease. You know what, right now you're protected. You know that in the future you can dream of fish if you like, you can dream of milk, little kitten, whatever you want, it'll be there for you. And I feel good too. Then I take that loving kindness and spread it further afield. Over in Bodhinyana Monastery, I've got all my monks. Some of them are old, older than I am, who have sometimes difficulty with their health. And sometimes you focus on them. Sometimes the lay community, the supporters who cook and feed us so well, I think of them. They become the object of my awareness. And once I have enough of them inside, then I blast them with loving kindness. I say blast them because I really give it everything I have. Full on. Just like we chant, may you be free from your ailments. May you be able to go to sleep at night. May you be comfortable and at ease. And know how to let go of worry and fear. So when you put that aside, you can have a really deep and peaceful night's sleep. And in the morning, please go and help the monasteries, the monks, the nuns, each other, and realize the joy which that gives you. Sometimes we always say it's a privilege to be able to serve. And my goodness, how it is. And so then you spread that to all the beings in the monastery. There's a couple of long-term residents or a monk. They said they were going to die at this rains retreat, and they never did. Next time they say they're going to die, I won't trust them. Of course I trust them. It's something more than medicines keeps people healthy. And then I think of all of you here, all of the retreatants over from Singapore and other countries. I've known you for many years, so you know me. Sometimes it's hard. Monk, are you caring for us? Is that attachment? Are you supposed to do that? I know the difference between attachment and care. Don't attach. My goodness, do I care. Giving as much energy as I possibly can to each one of you. And as I'm doing this, I'm just the monk. So now I ask your help. As I give to you, may you all be well and happy. Any pain, any disappointments, any difficulties, may the energy of my mind go into yours and give you that extra boost. And I ask your energy to also come to the person sitting next to you. So all the people in this room kind of be joined together like a web of support. And that's when, I don't know if it works for you, it always works for me. I feel that area around my chest. It starts to get vibrant, strong. You can feel its energy. That all energy is the interaction between each one of you and me. Supporting kindness, goodness. And it gets really strong sometimes. Sometimes you can feel it in your chest and feel it in your eyes, almost like it wants to cry out of joy. How we support one another, each in our own way. No one is superior, no one is inferior. They're not the same either. We help each other. Can you feel that now? It's making my heart region really soft. And then I start expanding that feeling. It's a feeling of loving kindness. It's like a nimitta. Sometimes you can see it as a light. Sometimes just as a feeling of kindness and warmth and protection. And as you allow it to grow, it gets stronger. You can feel it so much more easy. And it also has more power to heal and spread further. So I start expanding it over the area of jhana growth to any beings anywhere here. The birds, the mice, any of the animals, any animals in the ground or up in the air or on the trees. I care for every one of you. And I mean that. Even the little snake, which I don't think has appeared yet, it's too cold for the little snake. When you come out, it'll be nice to see you again. Because we care for each other, they will never, never, ever harm you. And all the ants on the ground, everything in the area of jhana growth, the door of my heart is open to you, to share your energy and share my energy with you, my kindness, my respect. And then you spread it even further, past jhana growth. There were some of the monks meditating up on the hill, some of them recovering from their sicknesses, some of them who, getting into old age, find it difficult to do things. They know that they're cared for. And you make them sure they know by sending that extra kindness to them. And over, of course, in Bodhinyana Monastery. And then down the hill to the Serpentine. Up the hill, not far from here, is the prison farm. And there's beings in there I respect enormously. They've been through such difficult times, and they never had that kindness, that support, that forgiveness, that love. May all beings in this region allow this loving kindness into their hearts. May all beings, no matter who you are, what you are, may you be well and happy as best possible, living with no fear. And as you start spreading this loving kindness, it kind of gets easier to spread. But every now and again, I pause and see what it's doing to my heart. Inside of me, kind of the source of loving kindness. This is just a metaphor. It's beautiful, like nimittas starting to arise. It's almost like the rays of loving kindness passing through my chest to each one of you, to all the animals, insects, everything, birds, and going further and further, not just to the locality, but past Serpentine, to the whole of the city of Perth, where by visiting this afternoon, down to the beachside suburbs, down south, to these monks which I visit over in Albany, the Margaret River. I'll do whatever I can for you. Right now I'm sending this energy to you. And this is why sometimes, at this point I open my eyes, look at the clock, and think, this energy was sent to you at 4:15. And if I gave them a call tonight, a lot of them would say, oh yeah, I was so you came into my mind at 4:15. It actually works. And then I spread it even wider past Perth or the South or Western Australia, up to the whole island of Australia. Some of you come from Melbourne, Sydney, many of my friends over there, from South Australia, Central Australia, the whole island. At first you think it may be so big, but your mind can change that perception. It's not big enough. As you spread loving kindness throughout this whole island continent, you spread it further. It's wonderful to have the chance to travel at this time of my life. So I spread that loving kindness over to New Zealand. There are many people there. And over to Tasmania, another little island off the coast of Australia. And then down even to the Southern Oceans and Antarctica. I try and make sure I don't miss anything. Spread this loving kindness. I can feel the warmth in my heart go stronger and stronger. It's an instruction for you, an encouragement for you to join with me as we spread that loving kindness further north to the islands of Indonesia. So it's beautiful people up there. Many of my friends. And as we spread that loving kindness to Indonesia, it also, of course, goes over to Malaysia and Singapore, where many of you are from. If you just imagine, the places where you live in Singapore and work, no matter what your best friends, relations, loved ones are doing, just allow them to come into your mind and spread them in whichever way your mind wants. Beautiful feelings of kindness, loving kindness. You've been meditating for a week. You should have enough in there, more than you ever think, to share with others. You may experience for yourself, when you share it with others, you have more in the bank to share, the bank of kindness. And then you spread it further. Some of your relations are overseas, further than your homeland, maybe over in Thailand, China, Burma, maybe in Khmer Republic, in Laos, again in mainland China, in Vietnam. All those islands in Southeast Asia. And you spread it further. There's one lady here from Sri Lanka. All your friends and colleagues, relations over in Sri Lanka who care for you and miss you. Send them your loving kindness. Zap them. You don't need anything in return. And they will feel it. I've always found that to be the case. Then spread the loving kindness even further, over to India, over to the Middle East, which is suffering so badly, over to Europe and UK, over to the United States, where you may have many friends, over to Central America, South America, Canada. Just imagine the whole planet Earth, and you're covering this planet Earth with this blanket, this golden blanket of loving kindness. leaving no place out. Up into the skies, down into the depths. Unbounded loving kindness. May all beings get better, be healthy, be happy and at peace. Even knowing that people you never thought about love you, are kind to you, wish you well. It's kind of mind-blowing. And just pause there, spreading life, loving kindness to the whole of planet Earth. And then, just remember, there's one person you've left out. That's you. Your gender, your age, all the hard work you've done, all the mistakes you've made. Imagine you're looking at this full-length mirror at yourself, the one who bears your name. Smile at that person. You. I care for me. What does that mean, I care? Open the door of your heart to this being who bears your name. Allow yourself to be, with no criticism, with appreciation, with love. How does that feel? And then imagine that beautiful rays of loving kindness spread throughout the whole world, and lastly, inside of yourself. And then imagining it all contracting, coming back from the furthest places. I always say, leave the warmth of the loving kindness out there, but keep the light, bring it back until it's in Australia, in Western Australia, in the south of Perth, Serpentine, in this retreat centre, as it contracts inwards, in this body which bears your name. And see if you can imagine it like a big ball of golden light, loving kindness in your chest, above your heart. Imagine your heart like an open lotus, and a ball of loving kindness floating just above that lotus. Slowly, that lotus closes to protect your loving kindness, the ball of energy which you've generated, to protect it and keep it for use at another time in another place. Now, I will give the closing chant. Please don't open your eyes. Nati me saranang anyang, Buddho me saranang varang, Etena sacha vajena, Soti te hotu sabada, Nati me saranang anyang, Dhammo me saranang varang, etena satcha vajena, soti te hotu sabada. Nati me saranang anyang, Sangho me saranang varang, etena satcha vajena, soti te hotu sabada. And when you're ready, please open your eyes. Thank you for joining in. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Things like that is why I enjoy being a monk. Really good fun. But as soon as you do an ending like that, you don't want it to end. Can somebody give a call to Nolamara Temple, say, I'm not coming now? How did you like that? Was that pleasant for you? Thank you. So please don't think things end. They just pause. Because, as I said, there's always another retreat coming up soon. If not with me, with one of the other monks or nuns. And so little by little we grow more in the Dhamma and we become happier and peaceful. It gives meaning to our lives. So now we're supposed to be doing any offerings of robes, because these are especially for people who won't be here on Sunday when we do a huge offering of robes. Yeah, please come up. It's an honor to receive these robes from such good meditators. Yes, it's coming. Thank you so much for meditating so well. And you won't be able to get rid of me. I'll see you in Singapore somewhere. Anyone who wants to take photographs, please do. Yeah. But you have to multitask. Very good. No, it's good to see you again. Every time that I've seen the same old faces, it means I'm a terrible teacher. I don't get anyone enlightened. It's my fault. Excellent. And to you as well. May you just really get into this meditation and bliss out. And live a long life, blissing out. Okay?
I think you have to be fast.
I think there's no time for photos.
Oh, no. I'll be late, it's okay. I don't mind being late. Yeah. Very good. Photos is fine.
Okay. I don't want to photos.
Yeah. Hi. And
You and the sun is
yeah, we always are. May that happiness rub off on you. May it infect you. So you come to Bodhinyana Monastery or Jhana Grove and you get infected with silly happiness. That's why the type of Buddhism I teach, Mahayana. Very good. Smile. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Thank you for giggling. That's the best way of paying respects to a Buddhist monk giggle. Very good. You started it. Excellent. Nice to see you too. Excellent. Very good. That's why sometimes I prefer to say I'm a student of Mahayana. Excellent. Thank you for coming. You know, when you're a monk, the first 10 years you're just an ordinary monk. After 10 years you're a Thera. After 20 years a Mahathera. After 30 years a Megathera.
Ultraman.
And after 50 years, Gigathera. Giggle Thera. Thank you. Don't lose confidence in yourself. You will have a beautiful meditation soon. Let's go for it. Bliss out to the max. Excellent. Great. And thank you. It's been great knowing you all these years. Thank you. Thank you. Anything I can do for you, just let me know. Thank you. Okay, come on, kangaroo. Okay, great. Excellent. And may you live long and be happy and get so much happiness it comes out of your ears. Well, it's got to go somewhere. Excellent. Well done. And we really enjoy meditation so much. It becomes the latest craze. People can go out on a Saturday night, instead of going dancing, they go sit down meditating quietly.
Okay.
Very good. And for you too. Thanks for all the service which you give. Excellent. 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 Oh no, so thank you for coming. Give me an excuse to do loving kindness meditation. Thank you. Excellent. Yeah, I agree. Okay. And may you meditate for hours and hours and hours and bliss out. It's just like going to a heaven realm. Excellent. Oh, and Serena. No, you're cheap. And you like you, Tom?
Will be whatever you want.
Okay.
Don't self-identify.
Be heavenly beings. Very good. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for looking after and serving. Did an excellent job. Okay, that way. Excellent. Great. No, thank you for being here. Excellent. Great. Excellent. And thank you for being here. May you be healthy and happy, and may your smile get bigger. That's better. Good. Okay. If it gets any bigger, I'm going to sort of crack up here. Excellent. Excellent. And may you be blissfully happy for many, 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 many eons. Will that work? Or you want to get in like next week? May you really have lots of bliss. Excellent. And may you become a nun. If don't be a nun, just bliss out. Excellent.
Can I take a photo?
Yes, certainly.
Thank you, Ajahn.
And may you be well, happy, joyful. And you know this retreat hasn't finished yet, so may this be the best part of the retreat this evening. Or tomorrow, or however long you have.
Photo.
Yes, certainly. Okay, great. Thank you for coming and joining in. Hi.
May you be well and happy and teach more retreats for us.
Sure. Of course, I always will.
Thank you, Ajahn.
May you live long and be happy, and may your smile get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Ajahn.
Yes, and may you live long and be happy and enjoy a wonderful time at the Scout camp in Oxford shortly.
May you be the happiest and healthiest Gigatera.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll have a competition. Who could be the happiest?
You will be. Of course
No,
you
I
will.
always drag other people with me.
Sorry?
Always drag other people with me. So I'm going to be happy, you have to be happy, and then I'll be happier, and then you have to be happier than me, and then I'll be happier
We
than
will
you.
be glad to come
Oh,
along.
yes. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Ajahn.
No, my pleasure. Look, photos. Excellent.
May all be well and happy.
I agree. I consent. May all be well and happy. But not just well, not just happy, extremely happy.
Always.
Yes, yes, I'm into extremes. Excellent. Photo?
I like that beach. Kung Fu thing.
That's kangaroo, not kung fu.
Thank you.
Excellent. And may you always be happy and well.
Thank you so much.
And excellent. Well
May
done.
you always be you,
Yeah.
the one and only.
One and only, thank goodness. Here we go. And yes, I agree. Excellent. As long as you'll be as well. Well and happy. Which one do you want to be, well or happy? Isn't that greedy? But of course, be both. You enjoy your life to the max. That way. Excellent.
Outside, super.
Another photo. Okay.
Yeah, group photo. Group photo outside the stupa. Can you get around the stupa?
Yeah.
Facing the sun if you can.
Okay. And it's for everybody, even the volunteers. Even the ones who don't volunteer but are here anyway. Even for, I don't know.
Settled before.
Okay. Okay, good.